From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, welcome into The Horse's Mouth here at Tommy Mac's, at my bar, where everybody's welcome to have a seat and get a chance to tell their story. Brought to our good friends at Foodies Care, an awesome organization helping the hungry and helping the homeless right here in Northeast Florida. It's Biz Champions time. That means my pal Major Harding is here. He loves hanging out at the bar, and I love hanging out with him as well. We're going to talk a little fitness, and we're going to welcome a new face to the Client Focused Media team. So let's say hello to the panel. First up is Suzi Teitelman from the Edge Beyond. Hey, Suzi, how are you?
I'm good.
Welcome.
Happy to be here.
Are you a Jacksonville native? I feel like you are a Jacksonville
DNA.
native.
I am. I grew up in Jacksonville, then I went to the University of Florida.
Okay.
And then my dream really was Broadway.
Okay.
I am in the Actors Equity, still have been since
Okay.
1977.
Cool.
1997.
Yeah.
So I was
Wow.
born,
There
and
you go.
I was doing professional at the Alhambra
Yeah.
when I was in 5th grade. I was in The Sound of Music. I was Brigida. That's still one of my favorite roles of all time. So
That's so cool.
I've been doing professional theater since then. So,
Okay.
but I did grow up in Jacksonville. So I came back, and after you live in New York for a long time, you want to be at the beach again. There's
That's
nothing
right.
like
No doubt.
Jacksonville, the river, the beach. And when I graduated college, I was 94.
Yep.
Then the Jags came.
Mhm.
And then I moved away to go on my dreams and stuff. And I was like, why not? I wanted to be like a cheerleader or something. And all that kind of passed. But I love to be back here. I love they're still here and you're from the beginning
No doubt.
and all that.
So much fun.
That must have been amazing.
Well, we were great back then, so it was a lot of fun.
It's
We
a
were.
pretty good year.
They're great now.
Yeah.
Last year was great. There's no doubt. All right, tell us about the Edge Beyond. We were talking
so
off
the
air.
Edge Beyond is
cool stuff.
a new creation of a football style that has trademark patent ready to be built.
Yep.
But these are the ones that have been around for 30 years, maybe. They were called a Smart Bell.
Yeah.
And that one's 3 pounds. You can try it, you guys here. This one's 6 pounds.
Okay.
Let me use that for a second. So you put it on your belly right away, okay? And then that just aligns your body, right?
Yeah,
Even
pulls
if you
your
just
shoulders
sit
back, yeah.
Right, but so the smaller ones you can have at your desk, travel with. And then like the stretching moves, the twisting, waking up the body.
Core.
They were meant to work every muscle in your whole body.
I like it.
Anyway, so as I've gone into my life, I've worked in different places all over, and I actually have a lot of football friends from University of Florida. Like Emmett and I were friends, and so I actually, before I started to create this for Branson Combs, who would come to my house for swim lessons, when I was putting these old things in his hands, I was like, I feel terrible. This feels wrong. Like I needed like a more update. So I knew that Emmett's son was like getting into his bout to be a professional career. And I was thinking about like, look at like someone like Emmett, who's like in his 50s now, and his body, he's gotta keep it strong. So like I totally like made that one thinking for him and like created like a Dallas Cowboy one and then one for his son, Texas. But mostly to me, football players, I love the Jags, are missing the sideline stretch when they're sitting there waiting, and then they're a little bit cold. Who gets to warm up? Maybe the quarterback. But my thing was I created actually a word. I actually trademarked a word. It's called fanaticize. And when you fanaticize, you are your number one fan. It's your team. And so people in the audience at the game actually have their own one in different colors. And so like before the game, people could be making circles, stretching each other. And then during the game, you're like, yeah, go, twisting and waking your body up. Like there's things you can do.
You see those in the stands, everybody's smacking each other.
Right, exactly. And the only thing I have thought about that, I did think,
keep the opposing fans away from each other.
I know, it is kind of big. During 9/11, they stopped
Make it
them.
not a foam.
Yeah.
It can't hurt anybody.
Right.
Well, it looks like it would be a lot. It's for posture, for flexibility, that upper body flexibility,
core, everything. I mean, people. I taught yoga with it for a million years.
Yeah, I can see that.
And then Pilates with it. And like everything I do, I teach swim lessons, I teach yoga, I teach the Edge. It's all about coming back to the core, coming back to your center, coming back to how you are all day long. Like yoga was always about taking it off the mat into your life. So you can be on your mat, stretching, doing all your moves, and then you walk out of the room and you're like, well,
Right.
You know?
Yeah,
I mean,
right, yeah.
people don't even know what they look like.
Totally.
So-
Well, a lot of people were on our, you slouched over
Yeah.
on your phone.
Their
your
hands
neck starts
hurt.
hurting,
You
your
need, you
hands.
could
Yeah.
stretch your hands with these things
Yeah.
like during the day, like
Yeah, look at
Oh,
that.
nice.
I like that.
you know, and then
Yeah.
like hooking your hands
It's got to
together.
be
behind your back.
1,000 things you could do with that thing.
Thousands.
Yeah.
And you know what? There's no one way. It's all about you.
Yeah, right.
Whoever picks it up fanaticizes their own body.
Right.
So like I would never work 9 to 5 and sit in a job like where I'm at a desk. You know, I work 9 to 5, but I make sure I go swim and then I teach this. But
Yeah,
like I
you're
have to sit
moving.
in a cubicle like all
Yeah.
day long. And I would give these, I would be the boss, give them to the people and say, work out on a break. So that they're more stimulated
Yeah.
rather than they
Yeah.
go to the coffee machine and like
Mhm.
coffee.
Yeah, right.
That's
I have
good.
I have a video where I have people throwing their coffee out a high rise.
Yeah.
And then I said, throw your coffee out. And then the whole business is like twisting.
Yeah.
So hold on to that. Let's play with it.
Okay.
So
Play with it a little bit,
me,
Caelyn.
it's a
We're going to
whole-
get to you, I promise.
the main thing, the only thing you have to do though is have the curve going the way
Towards
of like
it.
prana and
Ooh,
energy.
Gotcha.
that is
Yeah.
nice. I like that little arm stretch.
There you go.
So
That is
I was in
nice.
Burning Man with one of the creators of this, and like people were kind of like, either they're really happy or maybe 20 days in they were sad.
Yeah.
When you stick one of these things in their hands,
Yeah.
it gave them like something to hold on to. They were dancing. They didn't feel as like uncomfortable. I'm dancing.
Yeah, right.
You know,
Gives you
like there's
something to do.
something about it.
Yeah.
So it's
At least keeps your hands occupied.
Yeah.
When you don't know what to do with your hands. When you
and
talk
it's a
to somebody.
social thing. Like if you hold, don't let go of it. We pull
Okay.
on it together. You know,
Oh, there
like
you go.
and then like don't
Yeah.
let go. Like
Yeah.
like the yoga poses are sick. You know, like
Absolutely.
oh, I want to keep.
All right,
doing all of
Caelyn,
Yeah.
welcome. How are you, Caelyn O'Connor?
I'm good.
Is it
Caelyn O'Connor.
from
yes.
Stuart, Florida?
Yep.
How you doing, Mage?
Hey, good.
You doing good?
I'm doing great.
All right. Tell us about yourself. You're new to the team here at Client Focused Media.
Yeah, so I'm a student currently at the University of North Florida.
Okay, UNF.
Yep.
All right.
I'm going into my final year, my senior year.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Graduate spring 27.
Okay.
And I'm majoring in marketing with a minor in digital media and analytics, which I just finished.
Nice.
So, yep.
Congrats.
Thanks.
All right.
But yeah, so I just came up here for school. I have fallen in love with Jacksonville while I've been
Yeah.
here the past 3 years.
Yeah.
It is really cool. There's
It
so
is.
much to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how did you get to pick North University UNF? Because we love UNF here, obviously. 'Cause it's a
Yeah.
big part of Jacksonville. But from Stewart or anywhere else, why do people choose UNF? do you think?
I picked it because it was close to the beach, and
Okay.
being from Stewart's like a little small beach town, and I
It is,
wanted
yeah.
that kind of closeness.
Yeah.
So like the school is 10-15 minutes from the beach, and then you
Yeah.
also have the whole city part, which I also love. So it's
Yeah.
like you get best of both worlds a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You went to Jensen Beach High School. We have mutual friends that went
Yeah.
through there as well. I always think of the kids like at Fletcher, like, how do you go to class? I
Right.
mean, you're 2 blocks from the beach. I mean, how am I keeping my attention here with you? And when I'm thinking of way out there and surfing and bikinis
It's-
and whatever else
I
I've
think
got
it
in
is.
my mind.
Do you guys live at the beach? At the beach?
I live near the beach. I'm
Yep.
about 10 minutes away.
Because I
Yeah.
live
Yeah.
a little bit from the beach. I have to walk over A1A, which is so I'm very
Yeah.
close. I'm
Yeah,
only
right.
4 blocks.
Yeah.
But that walk over A1A
Yeah.
stops me so many times. So don't let it, drive to the beach. Sometimes people
Yeah.
say, well, I haven't been to the ocean in 20 years, and they live on the sea. You
Right,
know,
right,
they
right.
live there,
Right.
right on
Yeah.
top of it, and they don't go out swimming or whatever. But
Yeah.
but it is a great choice of a school. I have 3 brothers, and they all went to UNF.
Oh, wow.
I went to
Okay.
University of Florida, but they're all older than me, and we lived in
Yeah.
Jacksonville. They were kind of all that's where they went, but they loved it.
Yeah.
Caelyn, what have you learned in marketing? Give me some things you've learned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the marketing.
So
We need that.
I have learned that you need to capture someone's attention in 8 seconds, or else you will lose them completely.
Okay.
Yep. So I always try, and whenever I'm talking to someone or
Mhm.
doing anything, I always try and like interest them a little bit first,
Yep.
and then get into what I'm saying.
Yep.
Let's see.
That's why reels are so important, right?
Oh,
If you got a
yeah.
podcast, throw a reel out there, throw the link to the actual
Mhm.
show. People see the little video, they're like,
Yeah.
oh, this is cool. Let
What's
me
the
click on
best
the link.
thing that somebody can do, like to get, like if somebody's
Yeah. So let's say for this
which
podcast.
there's so many
Yeah.
social medias. Like what
Yeah.
did somebody
Yeah.
focus
Yeah.
on?
For this podcast, for example, the best thing to gain traction to it would be, let's say one of us says something interesting, clip that,
Yep.
post that.
Yep.
Don't let there be an answer though in the post.
Yeah.
And so that way they're enticed to go watch the entire
And
video.
go check out what the answer
Yep,
is.
exactly.
Very good. I like that.
Okay, good.
Yep.
We'll have to get her in front of Mike White.
There you go. So you said something offset. You had 5 million views on your social media.
Overall in the last year.
Yeah,
all
that's
the
crazy, though.
platforms.
That's-
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Well, views are only a certain
yeah,
thing,
but
you
still,
know, but
I
it's
mean,
still
that's-
to say
you're
that
getting
is-
out there.
Yeah, no question. And that didn't include the horse's mouth.
Right.
So
Oh,
that's
wow,
even
then-
addition to
Yeah, that's
the
good.
horse's mouth.
5 million is a big number.
Well, you market yourself. I mean, you've
I
got to
did- well,
do it,
it's-
right?
You know, I started yoga for you and your dog. When that's my actually real thing, really. So when
Okay.
I moved to New York, I was an actress, you know, and I was working at. I'm not funny. It is funny, but I worked at the whiskey bars, the very first whiskey. Now there's like a lot of whiskeys up in New York, like
Yeah.
whiskey. This was it, but the first one that
Okay.
was created, and it was 1997, 98, 99, and so I actually was I dated a basketball player, Patrick Ewing, who
Yeah.
just
Okay.
won the Knicks. Yeah, we were really close friends then. And so
Okay.
I worked up there. My mom's finally like, Suzi, can't you just do something other than waitressing in between shows? Traveling to a show.
Yeah.
In New York, you think you're going to be on Broadway right away.
Right.
Then you go and get a cruise ship, and then you come back, and then you go and do I
Yeah,
did a
yeah,
European
yeah.
tour.
Yeah, whatever.
The Rocky Horror
You
Show.
pay your dues.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
pay it and you come
that's
back.
right.
And so I worked at the whiskey for a long time, but she said, why don't you teach yoga? You do it every day. And my teacher was having
Yeah.
a training, and so I became a yoga teacher. But then I worked in the Twin Towers during 9/11. And after that happened and I was alive, I said, I'm getting a dog and I'm taking him with me wherever I went. And
There
I
you
just
go.
started to take the dog
Yeah.
with me. And then,
Yeah.
so I was teaching classes with my dog on the mat. And then I created Doga, so Crunch Fitness. I was the director of yoga for Crunch Fitness
Okay.
for 5 years. And we put on real funny classes. You know, we had this class. It was called Yoga Revolution. Then we
Mm-hmm.
had it in a Pilates form. Then we had it in a cardio form and a dance form. Then
Cool.
I was creating it. So all we wanted to do, like crazy fun classes. I was like, what about yoga with your dog? And we called it Ruff Yoga.
Yeah. there
It
you-
was
there
actually,
you
that
go.
was the original. I love that. And
Yeah,
then
that's a good one.
when I moved on, so I made my first website in like 1999, and I thought that was it. And I showed my brother. He's like, "Good job, Susie. Keep going." I'm like, "What do you mean I have to keep going?" And so like,
Yep.
you can't stop.
You can't
You
stop
can't
marketing.
stop.
right.
And-
Always
And
evolving.
so
Yep.
my favorite one
moving.
lately though is just the LinkedIn is so more professional, and then you go to something else, and it's like I feel like I'm around more people lately.
Yeah.
I've only been on for maybe 6 months, and I feel like people who are more energetically
Business-minded
in the
too,
right,
yeah.
and their minds are right.
It's
There's
good
not just
networking.
there for social, you know.
Yep.
So it's good to hear from somebody who's studying it right
Yeah,
now.
absolutely.
You know, like,
Yeah.
what
All
you
right.
can do.
Well, great-
Yeah.
Ladies, great job. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, it
Best
was
of
so
luck
good
with
to have
that.
you.
A lot of
Nice
fun.
to
Yeah.
see you.
Great to have you guys on.
Nice meeting you.
Caelyn, nice
Anytime.
welcome
Hope
to
to
the
come
team.
back.
Thanks.
Always fun on this
Thanks,
show.
Kurt.
No doubt about it. All right, that'll do it for us this time around. Check out the ladies out on this episode. Go to the bottom of the page at dailynewsnetwork.com. You see their names, click on it, take you right to the profile. Maybe you can reach out, do some business, or just say hello. And you can find that at the dailynewsnetwork.com website. Until next time, stay safe and be cool out there. We'll see you right here on The Horse's Mouth. Cheers.
Cheers.